This is my one of the stories of motorcycle expeditions. There was an expedition called for to cover all 7 Northeastern states on military bikes. You all aware, military has 350cc bullets. Normally, military services conduct some expeditions to keep the forces in motivation and also to explore new ideas. I was posted with one signal regiment as a regimental medical officer in Northeast. One area headquarters called for an expedition to be conducted by my sub-area unit. No officer was ready to go into this treacherous motorcycle expedition because this involved driving across all 7 states of Northeast on Kacha roads. Many times you have to cross Brahmaputra tributaries and the river itself and many other small riverlets on bamboo raft. Weather is always difficult to predict. As a doctor of the regiment, it is not easy to leave the unit for more than a month without replacement. The expedition called for, I volunteered to lead the expedition. To your surprise, I was the only one officer. All other ranks accompanied me. Couple of JCOs and other ORs. So it was quite a mixture of many people coming from different units. Around 12 motorcycles with one 1-ton vehicle as our support, which carried our luggage, food and emergency substances. From Jorhat, expedition continued. Every day we used to drive 200 to 300 kilometers. All roads were not very good. Many times up slopes, down slopes. You don't know. Every year the topography, geographical locations of small villages, roads change because of Brahmaputra flows erratically left and right all over the areas. What you see in the map, you don't see on the ground. Kacha areas, broken roads, and the measurements were made on the map. This is a situation many a time. However, we took off. We covered many towns like Shillong, Lamding, Kailasib, Manipur area, and many towns. And thanks to army services, everywhere we had a support. We used to rest in officer mess and other messes. We were cooking food en route. That was very tough expedition. Then later on I came to know this is one of the very first expeditions on two-wheeler in those areas. I was happy to lead that expedition. Disadvantages: weather was unpredictable. Many places it rained. We didn't have too much of rain coverage, and our distances, they did not match with our measurements. So we had to reach our everyday destination very late. We even slept in Lamding railway station. We are so tired, we are not even worried what happened to us. Kailasib to Aizwal road, after the rain, initially it is wet, almost 3 feet deep slush it was. All our motorcycles and ourselves were exhausted. As weather became drier and drier, the mud became rubbery. It used to really stuck in the tires and the mud guard, and vehicle used to suddenly stop. In number of times we fell down. We used to get tired. Of course, minor injuries were very common. Silencer burns, sprains. So doctor being the leader of expedition, we didn't have much problem. We had a tough time in Kailasib to Aizwal road. And then our 1-tons clutch plates broke. Somehow we could manage to push the 1-ton car to our residing area. We just walked around the Aizwal town. It's a beautiful town. All the hills were lit up with the house lamps. In Arunachal areas, fantastic areas, wherever we stayed in our messes, guest houses, everywhere green, lot of plants. Being a plant lover, I have collected lot of orchids which I eventually planted in my unit in Jorhat. Advantage of being an expedition leader, wherever I wanted, I used to stop them, sit there under the trees, make them cook food, hot dal rice, enjoy the company of men. Some areas we found a lot of orange trees. Eating oranges in this kind of expedition make you really feel fresh. Front telescopic shock absorber broke, one motorcycle, couple of clutch cables, brake cables, accelerator cables broke. Luckily we had one mechanic in our group. He used to change these cables. And only breakdown for a bigger vehicle, clutch plates, somehow junior commission officers managed to exchange with some other vehicle in Aizawl itself. We went around Manipur area, Arunachal and some parts of Tripura, Meghalaya, Assam, and at the end we reached Nagaland, Dimapur. We stayed in some mess. Then finally we reached our Jorhat Sub-Area Commander and my CO. Everybody were happy because we came back without casualties, and that was one of the early two-wheeler expeditions on those kacha roads and hilly roads and dangerous roads. When we are going towards Arunachal, especially the Teju area, and also in Lamding, we have encountered group of elephants sitting on the road. They are all wild, and there were two bull elephants trying to fight with each other, and they blocked our road for almost 4 hours. And one of our JCOs was a Nepali. He told, "Sir, just switch on the light and keep quiet. Don't put any horn." Couple of hours we used our batteries and we got exhausted. To our luck, after eating couple of bamboo bushes, elephants passed off and we felt very nice. So my dear friends and my colleagues, after 30-40 years, I could collect some of the photographs out of my archives and made a small video. It was a great, memorable experience leading a motorcycle expedition with our own men, and I can never forget this expedition. In my next videos, I will share a couple of my motorcycle expedition and rally experiences. Thank you very much. Kindly do share, subscribe,